but oh, we're in. Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for waiting 3 months. I just checked the last video. I had to look at what I spoke about just so I could update you this time. So thanks for waiting 3 months. Unfortunately, that's just how long it's been taking me to be able to do stuff with like newborn kids, work, family, just stuff like that. Maybe this is just how long it takes. I think we started this in maybe January or February, and we're now in October. Jesus, I better pull my finger out because I don't want to pay Rego again for this thing just sitting in there. Anyway, welcome back. I've done lots of little things over the past few months, but just had the laptop scrapped itself, like can't download any videos on it and stuff like that. I just bought a new phone, as you might be able to tell, a new camera, like I was using this camera. But anyway, let's get straight into it. So, last time we were in here, we were looking at the cooling system. So, I have now got some 3-inch pipe and the bends to fit in here. Excuse the 3 to 4 inch adapter. It is just to get it started, and then we're going to do an air box and stuff here. So, I'll give you a quick look at that. That's pretty much sitting as it's going to sit now for when I start it up, hopefully in the next episode, so you have to hang around for that one. We've got the fuel lines in now. I didn't go braided here, it's just normal EFI hose. That's in. I've got to secure it. I just got the parts from Outlaw Speed Shop, I think it is. So yeah, we got all this stuff. Sorry, it's basically doubling as like a storage facility at the moment. Okay, we got the extractor's in. I'll see if I can get a close-up on this one. As you can see there, I had to do a bit of panel beating on the extractor there just to fit it. Look, we might end up doing something different a bit later, I'm not too sure. As you can see, I've got new leads, new spark plugs. That's a transmission, which we're actually going to be talking about later on as well. I've done the power steering. I'll put the thread sizes for this up on here, so because it took me a few people to find out what size it was. That's high pressure line, so I went braided with that being close to the extractors as well. We've also got the cooling system here. Don't mind that, that's just on there. I shoved a bit of rag in it so there was no stuff in it. So I just got some 3-inch pipe somewhere, and you know, we're gonna do a bend here, bend there, and pipe between. And you got the thermostat housing. Wow, that's gonna go down. I'm gonna have to take a notch out of this to bring it down and along the bottom and into the other side there. We've got, so yeah guys, I'm just running through this little bit quickly what we're going to be doing this episode, just so if you don't want to watch anything about this, you can, you know, scroll to the next video. You've already clicked the view button. So the next thing down under here, I'm going to get under, you're going to come under with me, is the drive shaft. So I got the drive shaft done. Luckily we just got it shortened. Extending it costs a lot more from what I've been told, what they told me as well. So I got mine has a 2-piece drive shaft, so we ended up keeping it as a 2-piece, and I got a new center bearing and the front part of the shaft. So it had to be shortened. The measurements I'll put up on here. My engine is a little bit further forward than I'd like it to be, but the shaft was made so it can go back. The engine and transmission can go back 30 mil. So this is probably where it should be, is probably like 30 mil. So it'll be good if we end up changing the block, which I plan to, you know, find a block and get it rebuilt and some work done to it, and then just do a straight swap. We'll look at changing that then, so that drive shaft will work later on. So we'll go into the car now and we'll have a quick look, and then we'll get into bolting it up. So this is the drive shaft. So I've got some couple bolts in there now. So that's the original one to the diff. Diff's still an open center. Then we've got the new one here. Excuse the handbrake cable that goes into there. We still need to get some bolts to do up the transmission there on my mount. This is underneath of the car, if you haven't seen with a good camera. Basically you can see where the exhaust comes in there. We've also got transmission lines up there. That's what we'll be doing this episode. We'll see if we can get through what we can. I'm pretty keen to bolt the drive shaft up. I'm pretty keen to get the transmission bends on, and so we can get that in, because I want to put the oil in for all that. Basically what we've got to do, what I just said then, and then we can look at the wiring. So I got the looms inside. I've got a loom for the fuel pump. Haven't worked out the thermofan yet because we are probably changing the front end a bit, and I've just done a bit of work on here, but I don't know if you saw, we've got a surf front end on it. I like the grille and the lights a lot better. They look a lot cleaner. Also, the other reason the main reason I did it is because it looks good. But if you look at here, this car was in a smash a while ago. I didn't know, this is all bent in. I didn't know until I basically started taking it all apart, which I wish I sort of knew at the beginning, because I would have just ripped that out and then I could have put the engine and gearbox like just straight in and not have to worry about like the torque converter bolts. Probably would have worked better with the sway bar and stuff like that. But all right, we'll get started and let's get into it. Yeah. All right, got the transmission cooler lines on now. As you can see, I'm covered in crap. I'll go under and we'll show you them. Still got to put the clamps on, but that's the transmission cooler there, and they come from up there. I've just got some of, like these for the 3.8 hose. The 10AN is the best for it, so I've got that going on there. Once I put them in, we'll then come secure the fuel reg. Put all that in there like that, all this, and mount the fuel cell. That's probably the next thing we're going to do. And I was playing around with the coolant hoses this morning, and I've got some pipe to cut and do that, so that'll be happening now. Go. Yo, we're back. All right, it's the next day now. Did a few things, so I'll take you through the fuel system now. We're going to go from the start. So we're going to go from the fuel rail. So as I was saying, I'm not sure if I said in maybe the comments, some people were asking, it's got a deadhead system, so it doesn't have a return at the rails. It basically, fuel reg at the back, which I'll get down to, and you just bring one line up to the top here. So then we've got the hose. So I've got to secure it in here. Comes down through. And I'm a bit like cautious because I probably should have run it in braided. So it's a bit protected, but I've run it down this side and along under the side, so to keep it away from the exhaust, because I've got exhaust both sides. I'm a bit worried about like the heat, especially where the transmission cooler is. It's probably gonna be hot on that as well. That's sort of in position so I can start this up. Obviously, I don't know if you saw, but it's mounted hard up against the body, so obviously there'll be no airflow through that. So once we see the exhaust, because the exhaust is going to come down and do like a cross piece, we'll be able to see how far we can mount it off and stuff like that. But I want to get it started. So I need the transmission cooler in because I need oil in the transmission to start it. All right, back to the fuel. So we'll come down the wheel arch here, underneath, probably not the best, but see how we go. I'll run it straight down and then we come up at the back here. So we're coming up here, the bung's just out at the moment. We'll just leave that out for the moment. As you can see, so let's just go through this. This still has to be mounted. I got fuel line coming out. We're going to a 100 micron fuel filter first, like a pre-pump filter. Then to the Bosch 044. I know people will give me crap about it because like it's old technology, it's noisy and stuff like that, but I had one, so that's what we're running at the moment. Then through that, then it goes through a 10 micron filter. So, and then we go up to the fuel reg here. So it comes in one side of the reg. Let's have a look. Comes in this side of the reg. So we've got to set this to the right pressure. I think it's like 60 or 61 PSI with the LS baby. So it comes in and it comes back out down to the rail. So this is your return. So this will measure the PSI. And you have the right PSI coming through here. All excess will come up and then into the return. I've also got a breather over here. It's way too high. Like that's sort of the one that Raceworks recommend. So as you can see, it's higher than this. I want a hard lid on this or something. So I need to bring like an adapter off that and down and around. So that's that at the moment. So I've got all the bits to secure this. This is probably gonna end up underneath the tub, I think, once we get the exhaust in. But I've got this all like this because I'm basically, once this all starts up and, you know, I'm pretty happy with how it is, this tub and that's gonna have to come off because like for paint and stuff like that. So, and I'm sort of like doing a couple of things twice, but I just like sort of want to get it started because it's been going on for ages now. So that'll be good. We might even look at putting the fuel cell under. I've taken the rear tire out from underneath so we can see how that fits. Let's just see how that goes. But the fuel reg will probably be staying there, I would imagine. All right, let's get on to the next thing. Yeah, we're back. We're in the car. Is it ready to start? No. All right, we're in the car. I'm just going to quickly show you the shifter because I didn't say that at the beginning of the episode. So this is the B&M ProGate 4-speed. You might have seen it on the photo. So I will show you. So it's probably going to sit about here somewhere. So I can't do it with one hand. So it obviously ratchets is down and cross, third. So you can probably get down, sort of got to do the pattern, but what I sort of liked, that if you sort of, you know, having a bit of a race or something like that, you can shift into second. Then while you're still going at the rev range, you can flick it across. And then as soon as you're ready to go into third, then go up. So that's sort of that. I know some people might not like it, but I do. So that's what we're going to do. So we got to go now. So they sent me the instructions for that. It's obviously got to go down underneath here. It's going to go about there. You can see all the shifter stuff there. So you've actually got to take a couple of these bolts out, and we've got to cut a few and like sort of slide the brackets in. It also says that you have to keep it away from the exhaust. So the exhaust is there. So that'll have to, it says to get like a little heat shield. I don't know how I'll sort of fit one in there. So I might have to like wrap the exhaust. Probably that, I might wrap a bit underneath. I know I was saying it looked a bit crap before, but underneath I might need to just for heat and stuff like that. Okay, so we might wrap it up there. I know we got through, there's a lot of talking, a lot of stuff today, bits and pieces, but I hope you take something from it. Let us know any comments down below, any questions or anything like that, or if what you know, got any ideas for me or whatever. I'm not too sure what to do with this port on the reg. I know like with turbos, it's got to do something with your intake so it's like not fighting each other or something, but I'm not too sure to do on an NA, so maybe just tell me that. That'd be awesome. I'm gonna do, the next thing I'm gonna do is the front grille. So I've already started drilling all these spot welds, so that you've got to drill all these spot welds all around, and that whole front will come off, and then we'll put the new one on. So hopefully I'll be able to do that in the next week. After that, we'll be doing the wiring on this. The wiring isn't too bad because it came out of a Hilux, this car. So the system's sort of pretty standalone. It's like, you know, 12 volt to the ignition, like constant 12 volt. And I got like the fuel pump, thermo fans, a heap of ignition wires, and that's pretty much it. So I'm pretty lucky there. I've also got to look at like reinstating I want to reinstate the dash. So I need to get like a little adapter for the oil pressure sensor, the water. I've got to get an adapter for the speedo. We might see what happens with the speedo. I'm not too sure because I want to run digital as well. So that's sort of what's coming up in the next things. We are getting close. I know I won't let it go this long between videos and this next time. So I'm going to stop this video here and I'm going to start straight on filming the next one. So like, subscribe, comment. I really like you guys again behind us and commenting on it. I was looking back through the comments the other day and there was heaps of comments. And I'm stoked about that. It's a good thing. And I've still got to do that video about all the questions. So that is coming as well. Maybe I'll get that done today as well. So until next time, thank you. Like I said, like, subscribe. It's good to have some people behind us, you know, helping and stuff like that. So if you also want to go on, and I'm going to start an Instagram. I don't know. Do you think I should start an Instagram build thing for this? Just so I can post more photos and comments and stuff like that. So just let me know about that. And I will see you next time.